The following is a presentation of 912 Sports. Welcome to On Air with 912 Sports, your number one source for high school sports. With Sean Smoke, Kevin Price, and Robbie Ross. On Air with 912 Sports is brought to you by Coastal Pines Technical College. Go Coastal. Prime South Bank. Find your prime. Robbie Robertson Ford, because Fords are cheaper in the swamp. Gibson Animal Clinic, practical solutions with limited fees. Summit Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Surgery, the region's best orthopedic care. And Kim Smoke, licensed realtor with eXp Realty.
High schoolers, did you know that you can get a head start on your college career and save money at the same time through dual enrollment at Coastal Pines Technical College? Dual enrollment is open to high school juniors and seniors, tuition free. Talk to your high school counselor or visit coastalpines.edu for more information. Coastal Pines Technical College, an equal opportunity institution. Go Coastal.
It makes sense Prime South Bank would have a great mobile app. Nobody is as mobile as our customers. For a century, they've chased dreams, followed their hearts, took the road less taken, made a new path, taken leaps of faith. At Prime South, offering the latest digital banking, secure pay apps, and new online lending is part of a mobile tradition that goes way back. Life is mobile. So is Prime South. Find your Prime. Member FDIC.
Play it loud and rev it up. Robbie Robinson's got trucks built for tough.
Make your way to Robbie Robertson Ford in Waycross, where the deals are bigger than ever. Looking for a stylish midsize car, a spacious SUV, or a truck that performs at work and play? Robbie Robertson wants your vehicle and is paying top dollar. Now is the time to buy. Fords are cheaper in the swamp.
Welcome, sports fans, and thanks for watching On Air with 912 Sports. I'm Sean Smoke, publisher of 912 Sports, and I'm going to give you a 912sports.net baseball update. We cover three teams here on 912sports.net, and all three of those teams are most likely going to make the state playoffs, but I wanted to give you an update since there's only 2 weeks left in the regular season. We're going to start off with the Glenn Academy Red Terrors. The Red Terrors control their own destiny after beating Evans this past Tuesday by a final score of 4-3, won that game in dramatic walk-off fashion. But if Glenn can win the next two, they will be region champs. Plain and simple. They control their own destiny. Win the next two, they're going to be region champs. If they split one of the next two, they can actually drop no worse than 2, which would give them a home playoff game. But if they lose the next two and South Effingham win out their remaining games, Glenn could slide all the way down to the third spot. So a lot of riding on this big Evans doubleheader that's coming up. This game is originally scheduled for this Friday. It'll be right here on 912sports.net. We've got to kind of watch the weather, though, for tomorrow and see what happens. But the Glenn Evans doubleheader will be up in Evans, and we'll bring that to you on 912 Sports. Next up are the Brunswick High Pirates. The Brunswick High Pirates did themselves a great favor this past Tuesday with getting a Lakeside Evans win. Did that on the road. The Pirates were able to win that game 9-1, and it put them in a great position. They're supposed to host Lakeside Evans today in a doubleheader, but we'll have to see what happens with the weather. That's a weather-permitting game. But if they can win at least one of those two games, that they have against Lakeside Evans, that's going to lock them in as a 4 seed. Now, the Brunswick Pirates are not mathematically eliminated from being a 3 seed, but they're going to have a lot of help. To be a 3 seed, first they would have to win both games against Lakeside Evans. They would have to finish the suspended game with Effingham and win that game, and then somehow have South Effingham lose at least 2 of the remaining 4 games that they have on the schedule. So, Pirates are probably looking at a 4 seed. But again, to put themselves in great shape with that win on Tuesday, just got to get one of the next 2, and they're going to definitely make the state playoffs. So congratulations to the Pirates. Last but not least is our Ware County Gators. The Ware County Gators are not trending in the right direction. As a matter of fact, they're going in the wrong direction. The Gators have lost 7 of their last 8 games. They lost a big doubleheader to Greenbrier up in Augusta this past Tuesday. Got run ruled in the first game, lost a close game in the second one by a final score of 4-1. But they still get another chance against Greenbrier this Friday. If the Gators can find a way to win that game, they could lock themselves into a 3 seed, depending on what Statesboro does against Greenbrier. But they can lock themselves into a 3 seed if they can get that win against Greenbrier. If they lose that game, they're probably going to be relegated to a 4 and maybe playing for their playoff life against Bradwell in that final 3-game series. Again, weather permitting, that game is scheduled for this Friday. Greenbrier's got to make the long haul from Augusta down here to Waycross to play them. So we'll see how that game plays out. But all 3 of these teams in great shape to make the state playoffs. And again, we'll have every one of those games right here on 912sports.net. All you got to do is go to the website, click listen here on your favorite team, and you'll be able to hear those broadcasts live. But we want to remind everybody, make your plans now. We've got our 5th annual All Sports Awards Banquet show coming up. That show is going to be April the 27th, Thursday, right here at 7 o'clock. So you guys tune in, tell your mama, tell your grandma, and all of them. We're going to be giving away 36 awards to all the sports, with the exception of football, because football gets their own little deal. So we'll be giving away all kinds of sports in both boys and girls, and we'll also be giving away a large school award and a small school award where applicable. So make your plans right now to be here with us Thursday the 27th at 7 p.m. right here on Facebook Live. Appreciate everybody watching. We'll be right back here with more On Air with 912 Sports right after these messages.
At Summit Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Surgery, you don't have to be an athlete to get the region's best orthopedic care. Our board-certified orthopedic surgeons and physicians treat injuries and conditions that affect just about any joint or bone in your body. Plus, we're backed by the support of Southeast Georgia Health System. From fracture repair to joint replacement, Summit Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Surgery will get you moving again. Call 1-855-ASK-SGHS. That's 1-855-275-7447 or visit sghs.org/summit.
Gibson Animal Clinic is ready to help with your animals. From cats to dogs to horses, we treat them all. Call on us for grooming, bathing, boarding, and more serious things like surgery, dentistry, spay, neuter, immunizations, heartworm prevention, flea control, complete lab testing, radiology, preventive health care. Call us at 285-7678. Open Saturdays for your convenience. Gibson Animal Clinic. Practical solutions with reasonable fees. Russell J. Gibson, DVM.
Gibson Animal Clinic, 108 Riverside Drive, Waycross.
Hablamos español en nuestra clínica.
Hello everybody, Kevin Price once again for On Air with 912 Sports. Well, a college football game will be played in Brunswick this fall. It was announced this past Friday afternoon that an HBCU game between Savannah State University and Albany State University, 2 Georgia HBCU institutions, will take place on Saturday, September 23rd out at Glenn County Stadium in Brunswick. Of course, Glenn County Stadium, the home of the Brunswick High School Pirates and Glenn Academy Red Terrors. And it just so happens that game, that Saturday, on the day after both the Pirates and the Red Terrors square off, in their annual city championship game. Of course, that game on Friday night between the bricks of the 12,000-seat Glenn County Stadium, and the game between the Rams, the Golden Rams of Albany State, and the Tigers of Savannah State will take place at 3 p.m. that next Saturday. So it's going to be a great weekend of football in Brunswick, Georgia that Saturday. A press conference was held at the Athletic Center out at Glenn County Stadium a week ago Friday to announce the countdown to kickoff for that game. The game is being organized by Wii Sports, WIE Sports. That is Wii Sports. They will promote the game, organize the game. It's actually going to be more than a football game between the Tigers and the Golden Rams. Of course, the two HBCU institutions here in the state of Georgia, or two of the HBCU institutions in the state. Friday we'll have some festivities going on. There will be a golf tournament earlier that morning out at the King and Prince Golf Course on St. Simon's Island around the afternoon. I think actually a 1 o'clock start is what they have it scheduled for. There will be a coaches luncheon, and then also a media day event, probably some availability with the coaches and maybe some of the players, I don't know. And then a meet and greet later on that evening out at the Embassy Suites Hotel. Of course, that is inside the Glen Place Mall here in the heart of Brunswick. And then Saturday morning, some festivities going to take place before the football game itself. There will be a Greek Fest, a pep rally, and a celebrity concert also outside the parking area there at the Embassy Suites in Brunswick to get everybody fired up and ready for the game. And of course, with kickoff not being until mid-afternoon at 3 o'clock, there's also going to be plenty of time for some tailgating and some social fun out at the stadium before the Rams and the Tigers kick it off there mid-afternoon at Glenn County Stadium. So this should be an exciting event. Savannah State promising to bring a lot of fans, just a short drive down to Brunswick from their campus in Savannah, and Albany State looking to bring a lot of fans over as well from their campus over in Southwest Georgia. Fans and alumni from around the state and maybe some other neighboring states could come as well. So again, could be a large crowd, a lot of fun. Of course, they'll bring their bands, they'll bring their cheerleaders. Hopefully there'll be good weather, and it could be a real festive atmosphere. The game also going to be streamed live by NBC's Peacock TV. That was announced at the press conference. Coaches from both teams were at the press conference last Friday, athletic directors as well. City Commissioner Kendra Roll from the Brunswick City Commission was there to welcome this game and the teams to Brunswick, as was Glenn County Commissioner David Sweat, who was welcoming the teams and the game to, of course, the local stadium. And then obviously some media representatives were on hand to cover the press conference, hosted again by Glenn County Schools Athletics. Steve Waters was there to make some remarks as well. He's, of course, the athletic director for Glenn County Schools. Both local coaches, Glenn Academy's Rocky Hidalgo, the head football coach at Glenn Academy, and Brunswick High's Garrett Grady were also on hand for the press conference as well. So it should be an exciting afternoon of football. An HBCU game. College football has been played between the bricks of Glenn County Stadium before. Of course, it was the longtime host of the Golden Isles Bowl. Fort Valley State and Valdosta State have both played here, among others. So good to see college football back in Glenn County Stadium once again after being absent for a few years. Tickets for the game actually will go on sale May the 1st through Ticketmaster, so check that out. I think the seats inside the stadium, tickets will start at $25. If you want some more info on the game, including tailgating, parking, and things like that, you can go to CCC.info at coastalcityclassic.com. Again, that's 3 C's, CCC.info, like cat, C in cat, CCC.info at coastalcityclassic.com. Again, the countdown to kickoff on the way or underway between the Rams and the Tigers out at Glenn County Stadium, September 23rd. So mark your calendar. Should be a good one between the bricks here in Brunswick. For On Air with 912 Sports, I'm Kevin Price reporting.
High schoolers, did you know that you can get a head start on your college career and save money at the same time through dual enrollment at Coastal Pines Technical College? Dual enrollment is open to high school juniors and seniors, tuition free. Talk to your high school counselor or visit coastalpines.edu for more information. Coastal Pines Technical College, an equal opportunity institution. Go Coastal!
At Summit Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Surgery, you don't have to be an athlete to get the region's best orthopedic care. Our board-certified orthopedic surgeons and physicians treat injuries and conditions that affect just about any joint or bone in your body. Plus, we're backed by the support of Southeast Georgia Health System. From fracture repair to joint replacement, Summit Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Surgery will get you moving again. Call 1-855-ASK-SGHS. That's 1-855-275-7447 or visit sghs.org/summit.
It makes sense Prime South Bank would have a great mobile app. Nobody is as mobile as our customers. For a century, they've chased dreams, followed their hearts, took the road less taken, made a new path, taken leaps of faith. At Prime South, offering the latest digital banking, secure pay apps, and new online lending is part of a mobile tradition that goes way back. Life is mobile. So is Prime South. Find your Prime. Member FDIC.
Family and friends of a Glenn Academy football legend gathered last Thursday to remember their loved one and friend, who also was a teammate, classmate, and hero to many who were there. They were on the Glenn Academy campus for a memorial service for George Rose, a former Red Terror great who passed away in January at age 81. Rose was one of the fastest to ever play for the Red Terrors, and he was also one of the best. A former All-State selection and also an All-American when he played for Glenn in the late 1950s, Rose went on to also start at Auburn University before being drafted by the NFL's Minnesota Vikings and playing 6 years professionally at the highest level of the game. Rose is a member of the Georgia Sports Hall of Fame and also was chosen for the Glenn County Sports Hall of Fame's inaugural class back in 2012. The celebration of his life was held at Glenn's new artificial turf practice field, which was finished this past fall. The George Rose Memorial Tree was recently planted near the field along the 20-yard line. George Rose wore number 20 when he played for Glenn Academy. The dogwood tree will grow and blossom through the years, and his daughter Lindy, when speaking to those attending Thursday, says she hopes current and future GA players will foster relationships, perhaps while taking breaks in practice near the Rose Memorial Tree that will last a lifetime, just like many her father made while playing for the Red Terrors. Others speaking at the Rose celebration were Glenn County School Superintendent Scott Spence, Glenn Principal Matthew Blackstone, Glenn County Schools Athletic Director Steve Waters, Jack Hartman, a longtime friend and former teammate of Rose, and Rebecca Hummel, who spoke on behalf of the Ed Hummel family, which had a close relationship with Rose. City of Brunswick Mayor Cosby Johnson and Glenn County Commissioner David Sweat both read proclamations that declared April 6th as George Rose Day in the city and county. Rose may be gone, but he left behind quite a legacy as one of the top all-time athletes to come out of Glenn Academy and Glenn County as a whole. He didn't talk much about himself, which was pointed out more than once last Thursday, but his resume, it will always speak volumes. For On Air with 912 Sports, I'm Kevin Price.
Play it loud and rev it up. Robbie Robinson's got trucks built for tough.
Make your way to Robbie Robertson Ford in Waycross, where the deals are bigger than ever. Looking for a stylish midsize car, a spacious SUV, or a truck that performs at work and play? Robbie Robertson wants your vehicle and is paying top dollar. Now is the time to buy. Fords are cheaper in the swamp.
Gibson Animal Clinic is ready to help with your animals. From cats to dogs to horses, we treat them all. Calling us for grooming, bathing, boarding, and more serious things like surgery, dentistry, spay, neuter, immunizations, heartworm prevention, flea control, complete lab testing, radiology, preventive health care. Call us at 285-7678. Open Saturdays for your convenience. Gibson Animal Clinic. Practical solutions with reasonable fees. Russell J. Gibson, DVM.
Gibson Animal Clinic, 108 Riverside Drive, Waycross.
Hablamos español en nuestra clínica.
This has been a presentation of 912 Sports.